Hey YouTube, welcome back to UniXTCG, and today we are talking about the Garlic Jr. Saga Goku deck coming out from Zenkai 04. This is one of my personal favorites. I did like that movie a lot because I think Goku Piccolo team-ups are super epic, and I'm excited to get into it. For this video, we're going to be getting into a different kind of format for these. I want to make the cards more viewable for them to be more of the focus, and then I want to be able to have just a more fluid spoiler just like layout. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. I also want to let you guys know that we are on the road to 5,000. We're going to keep pushing through. We are currently like halfway through the 4,000s. So you guys have really been good. But I also want to make sure that I never leave the people behind that helped me start this channel, and so I want to make sure that we get more and more into Dragon Ball content, back to the roots. But if I'm gonna do that, I just need you guys to give the love and support. Make sure you like the video, make sure you comment on the video, help me get back into the algorithm with these, and I'll make sure that you will never go more than 2 days without Dragon Ball content. I swear. I'm gonna cycle the games. Just making sure it's like One Piece, Dragon Ball, Battle Spirits, make sure I'll cycle them. If I need to double up sometimes I will. But we're gonna make sure everybody's supported here in Universe X. Just letting you know, last but not least, there are ways that you can support the channel that are completely free. You can like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, hit that notification button so you don't miss a beat. If you want to see me post some more silly stuff that you want to catch me normally posting on my channel, because I try to keep it PG and stuff, you can always hit me up on Twitter. You can join the Discord, you can join the Instagram or follow the Instagram. All these things will be in the description, so just make sure you check it out. And without further ado, let's head into the cards. All right, so let's try this new view that I was talking about, and let's get into all these cards, right? We're gonna go through them. I wanted to switch it up so that you guys can view it in a better way, and let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. So the first thing we got going on is Son Goku, the leader. This is from the Garlic Jr. Saga. I believe the movie actually, so pretty cool. Son Goku, when this leader attacks, draw one card. Awaken, when your life is at 4 or less, you have 2 or more energy, and there is a Son Gohan Awaken hidden power under your opponent's leader. Add up to 1 power pole from your deck to your hand, shuffle your deck, draw 1 card, and then add cards from your life to your hand until you have 6 life left. So things to note, there is no energy on Awakening, but to be honest, Red has been so aggressive that I'm not sure that Red needs to untap energy. Generally, Red is already playing things at a cheaper cost. Their energy economy has never been like bad for like at least all of Zenkai, and then sometimes before that too. So I think that this is like fine right here. Next, you've got Son Goku for the sake of family. Permanent, reduce the energy cost of a power pole by 1 red. And then permanent, if you have a red Son Goku or Piccolo Z battle card in play, your Son Goku cards with power pole under them gain critical. When this card attacks, draw 1 card. Okay, we already see critical, and that is a nasty keyword. Nobody likes getting hit with critical. It just feels bad in general. One of the main caveats to having cards as life is that you get to take cards for just taking damage, and so this like critical is always just gonna be that keyword that just makes you feel icky. Now it is cool that you're already seeing a lot of cards that say power pole, and that's why instead of doing the extra card power pole at the end like I normally do for this, I'm gonna actually do it right up here just so you guys kind of understand what this card's about. So next we're on power pole. You got permanent, when this card is under a red Son Goku battle card, the Son Goku battle card on top of this card gains 5,000 power. Okay, activate main, choose up to 1 of your mono red Son Goku cards with an energy cost of 3 or more without cards that have the same name as this card under it, and then place this card under it. Basically just a roundabout way of saying if the card has power pole under it, you cannot put another card that says power pole under it. Activate main, limit 1. This card is under a Son Goku card, battle card, draw 1 card, and then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with power less than or equal to the card on top of this card and KO it. So this is actually some very passive removal, but the longer your Goku stays on board, every single turn, this is a draw 1 card. So maybe the first time you use it, it's a minus, or it's a break even. Maybe if you played a card from your hand and then you played a power pole from your hand, it's a -1 overall, like net. But every turn that you keep this on the board, it's gonna be a +1. So making sure that you pick and choose your Gokus as things that are maybe harder to remove. I know sometimes you can't avoid that in the format, but this is just going to be, the longer this card is able to stay under a Goku turn after turn, just the more you're getting out of it. That's pretty cool. The destruction is amazing because red has always had ways to pump, and this is automatically giving the Goku even more power. So you have a 20k, this is under it, this is gonna make it 25k, and you can destroy something 25k while drawing a card. I like this a lot. Normally I'm not for these kind of weird gimmicks. This seems like a very green effect. No offense to any green mains, but this is actually seeming like a pretty good gimmick. That's probably why it's not in green. But we're gonna move on to Bulma, Talented Youth. This is the top 5 searcher of the deck. It actually is just going to get you the Son Goku or an Earthling with energy cost 5 or less, which is a very good search. Now, unfortunately, Son Goku and Earthling means that it can't search out the Raditz super combo, which you're gonna see in this deck because of the Son Gohan card is probably one of the better things to use for it, simply because it's gonna be able to tuck cards that you want to pull from deck. However, activate main limit 1, place 1 card from your hand at the bottom of your deck, choose up to 1 of your Son Goku cards, and add up to 1 power pole from under that card into your hand. So by taking a card out, this is going to be able to just recycle your power poles or get them back so they don't hit the grave. Now, the cool thing about this too is that you just read on power pole, you're going to draw one the turn you use it. So technically this is going to be a break even. Actually, it might actually just be it's technically a +1 net advantage, because you're going to have this card, you're going to play this card, like let's say you have 5 cards in hand, you're going to play this card, unless it misses, it's going to replenish itself in hand. Then you're going to be able to activate power pole if it's under a Goku, draw another card, then you discard a card in order to bring the power pole back. So you're at +1 in hand advantage, and then you can always like put that power pole under something else. So I think that's actually pretty cool. So that is that Bulma. So you've got Krillin, Student Bonds, activate main, limit 1. If your leader is a red Son Goku and you discard this card from your hand, add up to 1 power pole from your deck or drop to your hand and shuffle your deck if you look through it. This is excellent recursion, and it's also going to be able to fetch from deck. So this is one of those cards where you could run 3, 4 and not worry about it because it's never quite going to be dead. Moving on to Chi-Chi, Protecting Mother. She's another top 5 searcher. They can search for a red Son Goku or Piccolo with an energy cost of 5 or less. So this is going to be able to search out your power cards, because the Gokus are pretty much where most of the power lies, and there's a Goku Piccolo that we're going to see a little later on. Auto, if your leader's backside is Son Goku, for the sake of family, and your opponent's leader does not have a Son Gohan Awakened Hidden Power under it, when your opponent plays a card or attacks, place up to 1 Son Gohan Awakened Hidden Power from your deck under your opponent's leader, and then shuffle your deck. This is one of those great cards again, because you're going to play it top 5 search to replenish itself. It's a cantrip, it's a floater, and then you're going to be able to just leave it on board. Your opponent plays a card or or attacks, and then you get to put the Gohan under them, which is going to allow your leader to awaken, which you can do on their battle. And the best part about this is, since he doesn't untap, you actually don't mind awakening during their attack step. So that's pretty much like the flow of it. You don't want to really use it on your turn, but this is pretty great. You're going to be able to put the Gohan under them. You're going to be able to awaken if you already have the power pole, just things like that. I think that's already cool. Let me check the awaken ability of the leader real quick. Add up to 1 power pole from your deck to your hand. Yep, that's actually really good. So you would have to go first to do that. Actually, no, yeah, you'd have to go first because it's a turn to awaken. So I guess you still would probably awaken on your turn because you wouldn't want to wait all that time. Really depends. But this is just one of the ways that you can get the Gohan into your opponent. So going to the next one, we have Ox King, grandfather of Son Gohan. When he's played, you draw a card, and then he has the same effect as Chi-Chi. If your backside is the Goku for the sake of family, you can use him to put a Son Gohan Awakened Hidden Power underneath your opponent's leader when they attack or when they play a card. So just ways to be able to awaken. You're going to want to play some sort of number of Chi-Chis and Ox Kings simply because. Now, whichever one's better, I mean, there could be a mix. You get a hard top 5 search versus a draw 1, so pick your poison. But yeah, these are pretty straightforward cards. Next, we're going to go into Krillin, Desperate Straits. Unique blocker. If there's a power pole underneath one of your Son Goku cards, play this card from your hand. So he's a free blocker. Of course, you can't stack them on board. That'd be a little too snapped, and they realize that. But he's just this typical. He's 5k, so he's pretty much open to any sort of destruction in the game. But he's also a free play blocker, so yeah, it do what it do. Next, we got Piccolo, Opposing Strength. He's just the super combo, generic super combo. I think because you never really want to open Gohans, I would rather play Raditz. You know, Testing the Op is still an ever-present strong card. You go down to 6 life, so you still need to get down to 5 to be able to use Testing the Op to get down to 4, but it's red. You're not going to have a problem here. But yeah, this is just the generic super combo they put in just in case we play sealed and draft in the pre-release. Next, you got Son Goku Enduring Fury. When this card is played, add up to 1 power pole from your deck to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Activate main, limit 1, red. If your leader is a mono red Son Goku and there is a Son Goku Awakened Hidden Power under your leader or your opponent's leader, play this card from your hand. So this is pretty cool. He's going to be able to just add a power pole, and he's a 15k swinger and he comes out for 1. Fairly solid stats. Once again, it's red, so bring this guy out for 1 makes complete sense. It's just how it'd be balling, and he's gonna get the power pole. Next, you got Son Goku Daily Trading. Auto, if there's a power pole under this card, when this card attacks, you search top 5 for a red Goku or Piccolo with cost 5 or less. So this is very nice. On top of this, he's going to be able to swing for 20k if there's a power pole under him, right? And then on top of swinging for 20k, he's going to be able to search your top 5 for a Piccolo, and then he's going to be able to draw from the power pole. And just because of the way that these work, if you are trying to explain the logic, just in case you're not familiar with it, if you're looking for a specific Goku and Piccolo, you activate the power pole to draw 1 because that could be it. But even if it's not, you're 1 card deeper when you search your top 5. So technically you search your top 6 for that card. But if you're looking for a card that's not Goku or Piccolo, you swing with this card first, search your top 5, shuffle your deck, and then you activate your draw 1 card now that you've taken a Goku or Piccolo out of the mix. So overall, very, very cool. Again, cost 1, comes down 15k. That's neutral on a leader swing. That's just good. Now we're gonna move over to an SR, and that SR is, actually no, we're a little ahead of ourselves. I apologize. We're gonna go over some Piccolo cards real quick. You got Piccolo, Plentiful Strength. Activate main, limit 1 if your leader is a red Son Goku and you add power pole under a red Son Goku with an energy cost of 5 or more to your hand. Play this card from your hand. So this is kind of weird. He's just a 15k swinger. I don't really see this one necessarily seeing the most play, and I could be wrong. I'll see when I hash out the deck. But essentially, this is just going to be played by returning the power pole. So it is kind of free, but you do have to have a Goku that costs 5 or more with the power pole under it. And so this has a little, in my opinion, a little too many stipulations. Next, we got Piccolo, Prideful Strength. This is pretty cool. Counterattack, limit 1, negate the attack, and play this card. During your opponent's turn, this is a permanent. If there is a Son Gohan Awakened Hidden Power under your leader or your opponent's leader, reduce the energy of this card in your hand by 3. So he becomes a 1 cost. And then auto, when this card is played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards or unisons. That card gains minus 15k power for the turn. So you can just blank something. And with all the dual attacks in the game right now, this is gonna work. There's lots of bosses that have dual attacks, you can swing twice, and this is just going to be something that just kind of gets that down. Or you can take a counter off of a unison. There's a lot of different utilities for this, but for 1, that's a counter I can get behind. Next, you have the SR Son Goku Overwhelming Power. Deflect, auto, limit 1 when you activate this, the activate main skill of a power pole under this card, switch this card to active mode. That already is great. This is a 25 dual attack essentially with power pole under it, and you're going to draw a card and blow up something 25k or less. Auto, when this card is KO'd, draw 1 card and then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards. It gains minus 20k for the turn. So this could be a removal spell just by dying, but it also draws a card. So this is great. A card that has insurance like this is very nice because your opponent definitely has to play around when they kill this. Otherwise, it can potentially stop them into their turn. He's also played for 1 when you have 3 or more energy. Easy. Leader, red Son Goku. That's actually very generic. So this is pretty good. I think this card is an overall solid addition to the deck, but doesn't even have to be used simply in a power pole deck. Next, we have this card that you guys have been hearing a lot about. You got Son Gohan Awakened Hidden Power. It is an 8 cost, 4 red. You are not meant to hardcast this. Permanent, this card cannot be removed from under your leader by a skill other than card skills. Auto, limit 1, if your opponent has 4 or more energy, when your opponent plays a red battle card with both Son Goku or Piccolo, play this card from under your leader into your opponent's battle area. So the way this is worded, because it says your leader, when it's under your opponent's leader, they can't remove it by skills anyway. So this card is going to automatically play itself when you, as the Goku player, play the Goku Piccolo card we're going to talk about next. automatically going to be played. And then when this card is played, you choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring Barrier, and he gets minus 35k power for the turn, and then place this card under your leader at the end of the turn. So this is actually really, really funny. And like I said all the time, Dragon Ball is all about that lore. So this card is essentially Gohan raging out, using his power, and then passing out. He comes out, he's 30k, he's gonna minus something 35k, and then he's going to be able to swing once, and then he's gonna go back under your leader at the end of the turn, making it very, very, very thematic. So I really vibes with this. It's a really cute card, but this is gonna be the enabler. You give it to your opponent, you can awaken, you can do these things. When you play your boss card, you're gonna get a ramped up turn because this guy is gonna come out as well at the same time. I think that's really neat. Now you've got Son Goku and Piccolo, arch rivals, fighting together. And then you got a deflect, double strike. That's cool. When this card is played, choose up to one of your leaders, and that card gains plus 5k power until the end of your opponent's turn, effectively making your leader a 20k, but also making your leader a 20k during your opponent's turn, which will save it a lot of grief. Just, help allow you to combo out of moves, not be like reamed by a bunch of 15ks going sideways. Auto, when this card is, activate main, limit 1 red, when you have 4 more red energy, play this card from your hand and place up to 1 red Son Goku or Piccolo from your drop under this card. And then you got activate main once per turn. If your leader is red, and you place 1 card from under this card into your drop, switch this card to active mode. So this card is going to be essentially a dual attacker as well. And then on top of that, like, there's just so much goodness about this character. Since it's a since Power Pole doesn't say only, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure this can go under, right? 3 or more without cards, yep. So you can put Power Pole under this card, and then this card will be a 3 or 30k. They can destroy 30ks or less. That's gonna draw you a card that's gonna swing twice. It gets kind of nasty. This is a very nasty card. Now when it comes to the alt art, if this card alt art does not depict this in some way, shape, or form, I don't want it. I just don't want it. That's just how that works. So that is pretty much this. I definitely dig this effect, and I can't wait to see what this is as an SPR if it gets an SPR. Let's move on to the Z battles, and then let's talk about the big shebang for the video. All right, so we got Piccolo, Unleash Power, Deflect, Unique, Blocker, Z-Stack 1, Son Goku, Full Power, and Full Blast. Permanent, if you have 3 or more energy and this card would leave your battle area, discard 1 card from your hand, play up to 1 Son Goku, Full Power, and Full Blast from under this card, and remove this card from the game instead. So this is actually pretty cool. You gotta wait until you have the 3 energy because you don't ever want your opponent just to remove this and then it just be gone. But it's a 10k. So that's kind of a little weird because unless you combo on it, you can't even attack an awakened leader, and you're gonna want to generally put this out during the awakening or having an awakened leader. But I guess it's also a blocker. So yeah, you really just put it out after you have 3 energy and you know you're gonna get your card out of it. Permanent, if there's a Power Pole under one of your Son Goku cards, reduce the energy cost of this card in your Z deck by 1, making it a 1 cost, which is great. A 1/1 blocker that can put in a pseudo like boss card / threat into the board. Excellent. But let's move on to that threat. You've got Son Goku, Full Power, and Full Blast. When this card is played, this card gains Barrier for the turn. Great. He costs nothing because you're going to be Z-stacking him out. Auto, once per turn, when there's a Son Gohan Awakened Hidden Power under your leader or your opponent's leader, when your opponent plays a battle card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, and that card gains a minus 10k for the turn. It's a little protection for you, that's great too. Activate main once per turn. If you place 1 card from your hand at the bottom of your deck, add up to 1 Power Pole from your drop to your hand. So once again, this is something that you can just cycle with, and Power Pole has been getting you incremental advantage every turn that's been on the field, so that's just a way to get into that. And then now, what we're going to talk about would be Shenron the Eternal Dragon. This is the SCR that was just revealed this weekend, and with my current schedule, I'm going to be trying to rotate games. I want to do One Piece, Dragon Ball, Battle Spirits, One Piece, Dragon Ball, Battle Spirits, and then anything else that comes my way, I'm going to splice that in. So I don't want to slow around talking about this card, so we're going to add it into this video. You've got Shenron the Eternal Dragon. It's an SCR, a 10 cost. Ultimate, Deflect, Permanent. This card cannot attack like every other Shenron card, but for every card in your Z energy and drop, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1. So with just a moderate amount of cards being played in the game, this card will be a 3 cost, and that's excellent for a secret rare. Activate main once per turn. If your leader is red, choose one. Play up to one of your mono red battle cards from your drop. Okay. Choose up to one of your mono red battle cards, and then this card will gain +1 or 10,000, or that card will gain plus 10,000 power and triple attack for the turn. That's actually really scary. Choose all of your opponent's leaders' battle cards in unison, ignoring barrier, and those cards gain minus 15k power for the turn. So it's a very weak board wipe that ignores barrier though. But at the same time, it's got that old Shenron effect that can potentially turn a boss card into a game-threatening card. There are cards with double strike that can become like 40k triple attack double strikes, and that's very nasty. Then you've also got the ability to revive a card from your grave. So this card is going to fit very well into red mid-range. Bulma is probably going to eat this card up. The ability to just play this card and then keep recurring from the grave, even when your opponent starts destroying your board, this card's got you. It's a huge beat stick. It's a 10 cost, so it's gonna be harder to remove from a lot of things, minus 40k. So even red's gonna have to stack up a lot of effects. This is unfortunately though, it will be able to just be tapped and destroyed by things like yellow. There's a lot of stuff that can happen to it, but I think this card is actually gonna see a lot of good combo play, and it looks amazing. So yeah. Let's actually go over, I'm going to give you a quick message from my sponsor, Mystic TCG, and then after we talk about that, we're going to close with the video. So let's talk about Mystic TCG, your one-stop shop for all your TCG needs. On the site, you can buy or pre-order plenty of sealed product for plenty of games. Just make sure though, if you're pre-ordering, to give it 3 to 4 months in advance to start looking, because sometimes the product is indeed hot, supply and demand, you know? And then if you want to buy singles, go on tcgplayer.com. There's going to be a link in the description where you can buy for the best value. And if you want to sell cards or collections, you can message them on their Facebook site so you can get the best bang for your buck on any type of way you want to buy or sell cards. And then while you're at it, you can use the code UNIXTCG at checkout to get even more of a discount. So hey, what are you waiting for? Check out Mystic TCG today. So there you have it, Mystic TCG, one of the best places to buy TCG product, period, or sell it if you want to. There's a lot of good things about Mystic TCG, but yeah, that is the video. Let me know what you guys think of these cards, this deck, the secret rare, the format of this video. I hope it catches on to be something that you guys like seeing more, and I will see you guys in the next video, whether that be a One Piece video, a Battle Spirit video, or whether you want to wait until I put out the Dragon Ball video. Just like I said, if you like the channel, even if you aren't playing the card game, see if you can just like the video, let it run in the background on mute so that it gets the views. I'm trying to do everything I can to keep every corner of my TCG community feeling satisfied with the content. So that is what it is. Thank you guys. I will see you guys later. Peace.